Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're trying out a new series, Hyper Light Breakers. So, this game is unforgiving. I'll say that off the break. Takes a learning curve, but after about 2 hours or so, you get used to it. First, I'll say this game is sort of like a Souls-like fighting style. You really have to pay attention to what's around you when you're fighting, from what I could tell. It took me a few rounds before I was, how should I put this, confident enough to record and upload a successful extraction. And this is it. So we're going to go into the telepad here. And here we go. You could join other teams in it from what I could see. I haven't joined anyone yet because I'm a solo leveler type of guy. I'll join others, but, you know, not yet. I'd rather enjoy the game myself. I played Hyperlight Drift, not Drifter, was it Drifter? Yep, I played Hyperlight Drifter 1. That game was so awesome, and I decided I've been waiting for this for a while, and a friend of mine was too. Sadly, he passed away, so here I am, playing this joint, and ready to show you how to play, kind of like a tutorial and a gameplay. So, like I said, the environment, you can get hit from different things. And when you get into a fight, you really have to know your position while you're fighting and who's around you. Because there's some situations that you get in that could be pretty messy. I'll let this play out and then, you see how it goes here. As you can see, I'm using cover. You're going to really need to use cover. Pretend that you're there. What would you do in these situations, right? So, take out the long distance folks first. Get behind cover so they can't shoot you. And take care of the solo. Whoever's alone, get rid of them first. But again, cover is key. You could also block. So it doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes if you parry in time, it's a good parry. You get about 4 to 3 HP back. These are the equipments that you could add on. Sort of like another game I stream, or not stream, upload, the Forever Winter. If you die, you lose everything in this game. So the items you collect, if you're downed on the map before you extract, you'll lose everything. So this, I guess, this type of game is for hardcore gamers, I guess is the best way I could put it. So a lot of people are going to have difficulty with this style and type of game. But me, I treat it as a game. Whatever happens, happens. If I'm there, if I pass out in the real life, that's it. If the character goes, he's gone, and I lose everything. So that's the way I think about it. In this scenario here, I'm taking cover, checking this situation, see who's around before I attack. Make sure you know your environment before you make moves in this game, for sure. So, even though I got the attack in, I still got hit. The flying bat saw me quick enough to unleash one attack, and I could not recover quick enough while I'm doing my special move to dodge it. So, that's why you gotta, that's the Souls-like part I'm talking about. It's like, they'll see you, and the second they see you, they do their thing. And if you do a move that you're already mid-action and their attack is coming at you, you can't dodge it in time. So here I'm going to try out the, I think this is like a twin blade. I'll try this out here. It's pretty cool. Each weapon has its unique way of using it, a unique fighting style. And so you kind of build your character depending on what weapon you use. So here's a fighting scenario. Collect some of these items. Always break and collect every item you see. You need that money to buy gear, to buy legendary and epic weapons. So that's why you see me breaking all these containers. Right. I don't know if you remember how I was fighting with the first weapon. And with these dual blades here, it looks cool the way he attacks and stuff. But he doesn't have a special move. He has a buff with this weapon, which I don't like much. I'm not entirely sure what this buff did. I tried it a few times. I forgot to read what it did. I forgot to do research. I'm just kind of playing here. Of course, always the way I play, my play style is as soon as I get out of the portal of at the entrance, I head straight towards the extraction point, and then while I'm there, I work around the items that's around me. So that's my goal. I'm heading to the extraction point. Luckily, there's some items that I want to take care of or pick up on the way there. So let's watch this fighting style. Got shot. Doing a lot of dodge here. I'm trying to keep them in front of me. I don't want any of them behind the camera where I can't see them, but it happens. So you got to get out of those situations quick. If they're in a dead zone where they can't see you, or what should I call it? If they're in your blind spot, you're screwed. So yeah, keep them in front of you. Keep circling them. Don't let them circle you. Do your dashes. You listen for sound cues. That's a big key. This game is big on cues. So this game kind of gives me Sword Art Online vibes. The way they die, the situations you get in, and the idea that you lose everything when you die is kind of Sword Arts ish. Literally, you die in that anime. Anyway, moving on. All right, so I'm gonna head back and switch over to a different weapon because this is this weapon doesn't fit my playstyle, so I'm switching it up here. I'm gonna use the needle. Keep some distance here between me and the enemy. I like it because it's quick, and it just fits the way I fight. You know, look at this. I'm gonna throw this joint like a spear. You'll see it. Boop, boop, boop. So the spear also explodes, doing damage around everyone around it. So that's another thing. There's some common items here. I don't know if you saw. I have a legendary. What do you call it? Mods, I guess. I have one legendary mod and one blue one, which is it's not epic. It's not standard either. I forgot what the blue colors are. Play all these games like that. But you see my strategy here. I'm dropping my special for this spear. The special is to drop mines that kind of attract to them. So I'm using that to draw them into it. Boom! Hit them all at the one time. I don't know if you saw that. That's why I like it. It's kind of like an AoE once it hits them. Alright. Picking up all the items here. See some boxes in the distance, so I head over there to pick it up. Go. Like I said, you need these items. You need this currency to buy weapons when you're back in town, your home base. You don't have enough. The one thing about this is if you die, you lose your equipment. So I try not to go into the field with my legendary stuff unless I have to. I just use whatever I pick up in the field. As you can see, I'm hurt a little bit. So always keep in mind where you see those flowers, the white ones. I'm gonna head to one now. And they give you about 5 HP per flower. So if you don't need it, don't pick it up. But remember where they are, because sometimes you need to run away. It's always good to back out in this type of games. Know your fights and know your strengths. So yeah, I'm still hurt, so I'm gonna keep collecting it. All right, so the structure I'm going to is a shrine. Always pick up a shrine when you see one. It's how you get to extract to different well, not extract. It's how you get to teleport into different locations when you start a mission. So it'll put you somewhere randomly, and sometimes it's good for you to pick these up so it could put you in a new location every time you teleport in. So you notice how I kind of didn't want to pick that up, but I need the full health. Always can't tell you, like, you really need HP in this, and HP is there's not many health items out here. So I'm gonna keep aware of my situation, make sure there's no enemies around me. I use the map and the radar. They're not showing up in the radar, but I saw them in the distance, and if I don't need to fight them, I'm not going to fight them. I'm only gonna get into fights that I absolutely have to. They saw me here, so I'm gonna fight and use the cover. So use cover. That's one of the key things here. What would you do, right? Get cover. Can't see me behind the tree. Pop! Got him. So about here, I see some boxes. I'm going to collect these because I need the currency, like I said. These batteries is what you use to reload your gun when you have one. I had to pause there, so let's resume the game. Try to finish off the fights that you get into as quick as you can, because I think if other people hear, other characters hear that you're in the game, that you're fighting, that's the word I'm looking for. If other enemies hear that you're fighting, they'll join in and they'll jump you. And it's pretty hard to get away. They chase you for a long period of time too, so. And your hoverboard, it has a limit. Alright, so planning my route, it's going over here to this next spot. I switched to the sword to see if I would like to use it. The sword's good. It's one of the standard ones you start with. I kind of didn't want to lose the spear, so I switched it here. I noticed there's a lot of flying enemies, so sword's not really that great for it. So I'm gonna go back and get that. Gonna get my spear again. I could just toss it at him, right? So swapping back to my spear and getting back into that fight. Let's go. Alright, time to scope out the situation. There's one of them alone, so I'm gonna go after him first. Ooh! And then explosion. It either explodes on its own, or when you hit him, it explodes. So that's a good thing about the spear, or whatever the heck you call it. I call it a spear. Keep my distance. Dodge. You saw the animation just ended right before I almost got hit. If I did it a few seconds later, I would definitely got hit. The other ones didn't hear the battle, so they're not going to join in yet. Alright, I see that there's an item or a dead body, so always pick up these dead bodies. That's how you get the guns, that's how you pick up the swords, or items like this. I kind of needed this. I think they're, what are they called? Decoders or something? If it's an empty slot, I just pick it up. It don't matter. Sometimes you see some really good stuff in the field and you're like, should I keep this? You saw that situation was coming at me and I tossed it, cancel it out, and now sometimes there's these meteors that come down and it summons all these guys. Boom. The meteor came down again, so I had to fight another group. This game really tries to take you out. Like, here comes another group. Like, it's trying to take me out, bro. Drop my little mines. These guys explode up on death. The white ones there. When you kill them, they blow up. So you got to get out the field of damage before you get hit. Game is too hard. Luckily, there's some health. Pick that up. I see another shrine there. Of course, like I said, head straight to those and get it. Pick that joint up. ASAP. To the next spot. Scoping it out a little bit. Checking my map. Checking to see who's around. Because I don't want to just get into a fight and then there's a bunch of people around. Again, like I mentioned. And then they just kind of start to all attack you at once. Earlier, I saw that there was a boss in the distance. So let's see if we could handle him solo. It's not a boss, but he's different to everyone else. So he's kind of a boss. Drop my bombs. Toss my spear. Boop. Keep my distance. Yeah, he's bossish. Look at him. He's shooting these weird little fireballs. Boop. Dodge. And this is a patience game. There ain't no need to rush. Your goal is to get what you need to get and extract. Patience. Look at his animation. Look at the things he's doing. Keep my distance. Dodge. Barely dodge. Wait for him to get closer. Bloop. Keep moving. Let that thing blow up on him. Boom. Drop the bombs. Rinse and repeat. I'm gonna get quiet here and just focus on this. Just watch the pattern. missed. Had to get out of there. Nice it up again. Keep him in front of me. Can't let him get behind me at all. Get good. You just gotta get good at this game. That's it. It's hard for a reason. Finish up this fight here. Boop, last hit. And he almost got me right at the end too, and I think that hits pretty hard. So got the core shard, I got 2 out of 4. Got my health full for beating him. And of course, got a legendary item. Increased critical chance by 5. Gonna swap it out here with a common item, because I don't really care for common stuff. And now I'm making sure no one's around. I heard a meteor sound. Usually a meteor sound is a bad situation, so every time I hear it, I kind of look to hear and look to see where it's coming from. Alright. Headed towards the extraction again, which was my main point. Head straight towards it as soon as you start. An enemy saw me. I see the little icon on the map there. Take care of him. Get some height to see who's around. Another guy saw me. Take care of him too. Get out of here, buddy. I see a health there. I'm gonna keep that in mind if I ever need to go back and get it. From what I understand, when I was playing earlier in other maps and I was on a map for too long, they sent like a hunter after me. And he follows you around the entire map. This is why I say you probably should head towards the extraction as soon as you start, because once this guy comes after you, he never stops. And he is hard to kill, and he hits hard as he does some damage. So I got a key, so I'm gonna go down here, interact with it. You see that key? This is one of those. This is one of those. How should I put it? Sword Art Online moments. I have to finish this before I could leave. Let's see how I handle this joint. Let's see how I handle this. Bruh. That thing is protecting them too. I can't even hit them. There's no health in here. Take care of the shield provider first. What are they called? I don't know what they're called. Whatever they're called. Get rid of them first. Take care of the long distance guys. Watch out for the pink zone where you could get damaged. My special move for this weapon is stuck in the corner. It's not even doing well. Got 5 health, bro. Look at that. Gotta know the patterns. Stick with the pattern. Ooh-wee. Close call. But I got good. Dodge. Keep up the same. Look at my HP. I pretty much don't have. Like I'm about to die. Oh, I'm not even close to beating him. Getting a little greedy here. Oh, look at that! I have 1%, 1 HP, bruh. One HP, nuts. There it is. That symbol right there. That means they sent an engineer after you. That's what they're called. And he's looking for me right now. And then they also send extra meteors, which summons other guys. I think they fall from space or whatever. They just appear through meteors. So one of them. So I'm now dealing with an engineer and more enemies above me. So got him. Finish that fight, boy. Look at that joint, girl. Look at that joint. Yeah. Anyway, next. Collecting my booty. Get the HP back up. Still not enough to fight the engineer. You could beat the engineer. You just gotta put in a lot of work while you gotta worry about other people. So, like I said, you can't leave here until you defeat the boss. So I beat it. Look around here. The level is so colorful. The environment in this game is very colorful. It's nice on the eyes to me. There he is on the map, already on his way out. So I got to get out of here. And I'm gone. There's the enemies who came in the meteor right next to me. Gliding all the way, boy. All right. Now my special moves is now functioning. In that tunnel where I was, it just wasn't working for some reason. Maybe it's a bug. Maybe it's intended to be that way. You can't use specials in those zones or in those elevator spots. But it's time to extract successfully. It's not easy extracting either. They give you your full health, but you gotta fight your way out of it. That's how brutal this game is. So now you gotta deal with everybody and the situations and scenarios I mentioned. You can't let them get behind you and survive it. Like, you gotta fight everybody before you can leave. I don't know if you see the green bar at the top. That has to fill up. I always try to beat everybody before the next group appears. So it's like a time limit thing too. Take too long, more will come, and you know the situation you'll be in from there, and you get it. I'm handling myself though, right? Look at that. Take care of the guys who shoot from the distance first. Get rid of them. Oh, yeah, he hits hard. That's like 3 more hits from him and I'll die. I think he hits 21, right? So I think each block is about 25 HP. Boom! Almost got me. He's the last one I gotta beat too. Look at these dodging skills. Yeah. This is how you play. This is how you play. And I'm gone. And that, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, is how you play a full round of Hyper Light Breaker and make it out safe. That's the strategy I use. You can do whatever you want, of course, but you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and select the bell icon to receive notifications when I post. I'll catch you in the next one.